In now to this DCU update that's pissing some people off, man. Oh, dude. Okay, so this just happened right before I went live, and I was like, okay, this will be a good topic. Perfect, right here. It says, exclusive, the DCU finds Booster Gold in Kumail Nanjiani. So this is coming from Nexus Point that I feel has been a reliable source lately. They were the ones who said that we were getting the Captain America trailer on Thursday. It didn't happen. But when you have a mix-up like that, where you were literally one day off, and you were honest about, like, it looks like it got delayed and none of that, this person seems to get the right information. I believe there was another DCU report that they did, and then James Gunn confirmed it. I was like, oh, yeah, that is true. So they have a track record of some pretty good stuff. Dude, okay. Let's talk about this. So I'm highly anticipating Booster Gold joining the DCU because I think he's just an interesting character. If you don't know much about Booster Gold, his basic origin is he's a superhero. Well, he's a regular person from the future who dreams of being a superhero. In his time, the Justice League are already legends. There's stories about Batman and Superman, and he goes to like the Justice League Museum and he just sees all these people and he's like, man, I want to be like those guys. So he takes the tech and a time travel machine, goes back to the past and tries to be a superhero, basically in the way of like being an influencer, where he just does it for the fame, the attention. And he's got a good heart, but he wants to do it for the fame. So he's an attention seeker kind of guy. So with that, you have some comedy with him. And I think Kumail Nanjiani, I think he's a funny dude. I like him. I didn't absolutely love him in the new Ghostbuster movie, but that was more his character. Aside from that, though, his comedy, awesome. I love his comedy in that movie and everything he does. So to me, he honestly has the comedic chops to be Booster Gold. And let me see if I could also pull up. He was in an episode of Kenobi, and people brought up, his character in Kenobi is almost exactly like a Booster Gold. In Kenobi, he was this fake Jedi. He was a con artist. He was a guy saying he was a Jedi, but he had all these like fake rigs to make it look like he was using the Force or doing all this stuff. That's Booster Gold. He's a fake superhero. He's a wannabe superhero. That's who he was playing in Kenobi. So it's like, oh, he's already kind of got that role in him. Now, obviously with this, a lot of people do not like it. And for the obvious reasons, because they just want him to look exactly like he does in the comics. So there's been obvious names thrown out like Glenn Powell, Chris Pratt. Ryan Reynolds would have been cool, but he's busy being Deadpool. Faces like that fit Booster Gold, right? Even Ryan Gosling would be pretty good. And would I love those names? Heck freaking yeah. I think Glenn Powell would be awesome. I'd even enjoy Chris Pratt. But unless their race super dictates their origin, like Black Panther having Wakanda from Wakanda and having African origins, or other characters like Mulan, where being Chinese and that culture really impacts their character, this doesn't bother me. It's like they just really need to be comedic and act like a wannabe loser or like a wannabe superhero. And I feel Kumail's got that. But like again, I've been seeing a lot of people not into this. In fact, I want to show you what one person said that made me die laughing. Okay, this is how you know I'm a good sport. You can roast me all you want as long as you're being funny. So I said this online. I was like, if this is true, I kind of dig this cast. I kind of dig it. And then this guy here puts in the clip from The Boys.
Get off your fucking knees.
Saying I'm meat writing, right? He's like, dude, get off your knees. You're meat writing this dude or whatnot. And then someone comes to my defense. Okay, I can't repeat what it says here, but I thought this was funny. He says, I like this thing, miserable Twitter. And then what he responds with. Okay, let me get it.
Look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about? In order for shit to get better. And he one of them.
I'm the problem, is what he's saying here. I thought that was funny. And I'm being a good sport. The guy actually follows me, so I think he's a fan. I think he's an enjoyer of my content, or maybe he's just a professional hater. Some of those people that follow you just so that they can be the first ones to hate on whatever you say. But I like it. I don't mind it. Like I said, I just think that was pretty funny, right? But people are not liking it. And I understand. I get it. Like, sometimes you just wish, why can't they just be exactly like the comics? Why can't you just take a regular blonde, good-looking dude and make him Booster Gold? To me, the only thing holding back is that he's just brown. I mean, But I think he's good looking enough. I was about to say he's really good looking. He's good looking enough. The dude beefed up, all right? At least he's got that superhero bod. The dude got like a really jacked bod. I don't know. To me, what's more important with Booster Gold is the comedic chops, and I think Kumail's got that. So that's why I'd be okay with it. But he was the reason a lot of this came up, and maybe he kind of just debunked it himself, is because earlier in the week he responded to this. Like, so James Gunn posted, in exactly 1 year, Superman opens all over the world, and he said in, which doesn't give much context. You don't really understand. Like, he's into watching the movie. He's in the movie. What do you mean in, buddy? And as soon as these Booster Gold rumors came about, within 20 minutes, the man responded saying, "To be clear, I meant in as in I am in to watch this movie, not I am in this movie. I am not in Superman, but I am very excited to watch it." Okay. Never know. I feel like I remember him doing a similar thing whenever Ghostbusters was coming out. He also like did a cheeky reply to a Ghostbuster post, and he ended up being in Ghostbusters, right? But again, I think it's people maybe just taking that tweet and going, "Oh, he's probably in there. Who could he play? He's funny. Boost to gold. Let's make him boost to gold." So we'll see. It's not officially confirmed, but if it were to happen, I'd be down. Heck, back when we were still looking for Johnny Cage and it wasn't Butcher, good old, "Oi, Homelander done killed me wife and stole me son. Womp womp." I got that Butcher in me. Back when we were still looking for Johnny Cage, I thought he would have made a really cool Johnny Cage. I think he's funny, and again, his persona in Eternals is pretty similar too. He's just a guy who's famous, continues being famous, pretends to be generation to generation actor, but he's the fraud. So yeah, we'll see. I'm still curious about how Carl Urban is playing Johnny Cage, but we'll see how that turns out. I'm kind of excited for Booster Gold, and again, for a couple of reasons. One, because I love that premise of a wannabe superhero. Yeah, see people over here suggesting Glenn Powell, which I would love. If he got cast, I'd be like, "Oh, that's great." Just like I would be like, "That's great for Kumail." But it's because this is the next time I could probably see Blue Beetle in live action. We know Blue Beetle's coming in this animated show that they already announced, and Solo Mighty Dueña has been talking it up. But they said in the announcement from the animated show, he could then make live action appearances. He's either making it in the Teen Titans movie that's in the works. He's maybe showing up in Peacemaker too, because Blue Beetle and Peacemaker in the comics apparently have a lot of interactions. So there's a possibility he could show up in Peacemaker Season 2, although I'm not holding my breath. Booster Gold is the best bet because in the comics, Booster Gold teams up a lot with Blue Beetle. Usually the Ted Kord Blue Beetle, but I mean, Solo Mighty Dueña, that version, Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle, he could be it too. So I don't know. We'll see. There's one with Anthony Starr. Talk about Booster Gold. I mean, Anthony Starr could be pretty good. Although he just recently made comments where he said he doesn't want to do superhero stuff anymore because he doesn't want to keep up with the physical regimen of like having a good body and stuff like that. So it looks like he's out. He says he wants to do other stuff. So yeah, let's see what happens there. I'm sure James Gunn any day or probably this weekend will be like, I haven't heard about that, but we'll see. We'll see if that ends up happening or no, it's not happening. James Gunn loves to respond. If it's when James Gunn stays silent that we're like, oh, so this is happening. But then again, he's very busy with Superman stuff, which there's been a lot of Superman things going on lately. Okay,